Hello, welcome to April 1st, April Fool's Day. I am not going to play a joke on you no matter how much I would like to do so. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. We've got a few things to talk about today. I want to talk about the quarantine length. I want to talk about answers to questions that students have had, and I want to discuss what we are doing today. All right, as you probably know from previous emails, and emails from the superintendent and the governor's speech, our return date to school is now going to be May 1st. The quarantine is lasting until April 30th. That's a Saturday. So if nothing changes, it's May 1st. We'll be back in school. As you also know, things change every other day. So hopefully we'll be back in school. I know this raises a lot of questions. Well, how long are we going to be doing the online learning stuff? Well, we'll be doing this until we go back to school or school is out for the year. How long is it really going to last? I don't know. I have friends that teach in other schools across the country, and they're already talking like their schools might be canceled all year. But that doesn't mean our school will be. A big question is, what about our grades? The previous 2 weeks weren't supposed to be graded, but now the ISBE wants us to be more rigorous with our teaching and hold students accountable. We don't want to hurt your grades. We're not going to fail anybody, but we will be putting things into the computer. How we do that, I don't know yet. The Illinois State Board of Education has recommended a pass-fail, but we're not going to fail anybody, so it would be a pass-incomplete grade. I'm all for doing what we're doing and just putting the grades in, and we'll see. Chances are we'll go back to school and we'll get grades and everything will be fine. What about graduation? I hear people saying. I don't have a clue about graduation, and no one else does either. I'll let you know when I know. So I don't know the answers to those questions, how long this will last, what grading is going to look like, when graduation is going to be. I do know that you are going to have some interesting stories to tell your grandchildren. Like I will tell my grandchildren about how I walked 6 miles uphill to school. You can tell your grandchildren how you went to school in your own living room. Whatever. Let's answer some real questions that I do have the answers to. Okay. A couple of students have asked me, what's the deal with the numbers and the scene numbers and the letters and all that? When I say Act 1, Scene 1, I use Roman numerals, right? 1, it's a capital I. When I talk about scene, it's a lowercase I for Scene 1. So for acts, I use capital Roman numerals. For scenes, I use lowercase Roman numerals. Sometimes I get in a hurry and I type things out, and I might use Arabic numbers. Okay, and I just put a number 2 or number 1. They're interchangeable. Okay. So if you see an lowercase IV, I'm talking about scene 4. If you see a lowercase ix, I'm talking about scene 9. We will see that in The Merchant of Venice, not Romeo and Juliet. So for me, they're interchangeable. If you're not sure what they are, ask me, I'll tell you. There have been several questions about the study guides. Do I have to do them? Do I have to write out the answers? Do I need to just know them? The study guides, I am not going to collect. Okay, I'm not going to put a grade in the gradebook for them. But if you write out the answers, or if you type out the answers, then you will understand what's going on a little bit better than if you did not. And when you do the quizzes on the Moodle site, you can use those study guides. for the quizzes. I'm okay with that. So if you write out the answers, then you've got information right there that will definitely help you. But if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to grade it. I would do it though. And it takes, what, 30 seconds to write out the answer? You can do it. Another student asked me, what are the due dates for our assignments? Do I have to go by the paper that I sent home in your packets? Right? The paper I sent home in your packets. Nice little syllabus. When things are due. I'm not going to hold you accountable to that. If it says this is due on April 7th and it's not due, okay, do it the 8th. Just keep working, okay? As you've looked at this, you see that I have made catch-up days so you can catch things up and stuff. I'm not worried that you're doing this today, doing this tomorrow, doing this the day after. It's okay. But do be working on this, all right? What I don't want to happen is we come back to school on May 1st, and we'll be on the last act, and no one's read anything, right? Here I am ready to talk about Act 5, and no one's got out of Act 1. So stay on top of things. I don't want to come back to school on May 1st and say, okay, for your homework tomorrow, read the first 4 acts, and we'll start Act 5 tomorrow. Please do not let that happen. Okay. And again, on grades, I kind of answered that in that I don't know what's going to happen. Do your best. You know you can take the quizzes over again, right? See what you've missed. Retake the quiz. Get a better score on it. If you do that, we're putting A's in the grade book. All right, so what are we doing today? In English 1, it's the Act 1 quiz for Romeo and Juliet. In English 2, we're reading not Act 1. We are reading Act 2 of Scene 6 in The Merchant of Venice. So those are our goals today. If you get time, send me an email and let me know what you think of the play so far. All right. Have a great day, guys. And please continue to email me any questions or comments that you have.